we've got Rush with RUSHWORKS. How you doing, Rush?
I'm doing famously. How about you, Ryan?
Good. Nice to see you after the 2015 NAB show, sir.
Here we are all the way from Flower Mound, Texas to beautiful Florida, and it's just like in an instant.
Exactly. So we're using the beautiful technology of Skype. So we've got Rush's VDESK system. Rush, tell us a little bit about it. Obviously, as you know, we have Broadcast Beat Studios, and we've got robotic cameras from Lumens, but we'd love to talk about your VDESK.
We created something that's designed for a single operator to create a multi-camera production, and no camera operator is required at all. This is very practical in a lot of circumstances, like typically with houses of worship and meetings, city council meetings, state house government type things, where basically you just want to have a preset. That's the beauty of having a pan-tilt zoom camera. You can have a preset, you can name the preset like I've kind of done here. I can say it close-up left or speaker right or mayor close-up. And literally by just touching the preset on the touch screen, that camera goes immediately to that shot. It usually takes about a second. And it can actually even just automatically take it, so you don't have to do a take or an auto. And you can link lower thirds to any of those shots. And so it's just really a lean, mean production machine. It supports the typical transitions, effects, double box effects, chroma keys for virtual sets. It has either 4 or 8 or 12 inputs. Those inputs support both SDI and analog, so you can go either way. And you can also bring in a streaming input into one of those inputs. So you can mix and match manned cameras, PTZ cameras, and streams all as inputs into the device. It records and streams itself directly using Flash Media Live Encoder, and records as either MPEG-2 or H.264.
Cool. So we've got and you recommended Lumens to us, and we love those guys. We've got 2 of the we actually have 3 robotic cameras, but at the moment on the switchers you can see we've got camera 1 and camera 2 are the robotics on our soundstage. Would you mind showing us how you do the settings with the PTZ?
Oh yeah,
camera?
Sure. Let's go right over here. This is camera 1, 2, and 3. You can see all the inputs have monitors, so you can actually see what the camera is shooting. For the 4th ones, you don't have a 4th input. It's fairly common to have like a computer for doing PowerPoints during meetings or for doing worship software during church services. You can bring that in as an HD SDI signal. Over here on camera 1, you can see that normally you do this with a joystick, but I'm just going to actually hold down the mouse.
All the way from Texas, by the way.
From Texas. This is really a remote operation, isn't it?
Wow.
So I'm just moving, basically holding down the window, and I'm panning and tilting the camera. Here's the zoom control here, as I want to zoom in and zoom out like this. Essentially, the way this thing is designed to operate is to create presets. And the presets is what is really the key to the operation of the system. So I've got a 3-shot that's set up here. So if I have named this, I'm going to hit the 3-shot button. It's going to go immediately to that 3-shot. And I've got that framed up for the take.
Wow.
Now, here I've got hot auto on, which means as soon as it gets to that shot, it's automatically going to dissolve to it. If I go down to this camera here, I'm going to take a 2-shot center. So it goes immediately, grabs the shot, and takes it to air like this. So all you're really just doing is just selecting a shot by the name that you've given it, and it goes right to that shot. Here's your 2-shot to the right.
Wow.
And it goes right to the shot like this.
Wow, so that's really cool. So it's like it's got the hot auto, hot take. So again, hot take, like on your standard switcher, a hot take would be straight to the shot.
Yep.
But you're doing the hot auto, so it basically zooms and then switches.
Well, the auto basically means, in the parlance of switching, the auto is an automated transition. So that'll be a dissolve or a wipe or an effect, whatever you've got set up. Now with hot take on, you can see before it was doing a transition. Here I'll go down here, and instead of doing a dissolve, it'll go right to it and it'll cut to it.
Okay.
So that's what the difference is for that. And then if you actually you can drag a key. Down here we have in our playlist, we all have all manner of different things that we can show. We'll go over into our CGs, for example, open up the CG folder. I think you're operating at 1080i.
Yep.
So I can pull up here. This you can see the PG. These have transparency. So when I pull it up, it puts it in the downstream keyer. Then I can take that to air. Pulls it on like this. And I can actually associate one of these things to one of these presets, which I'll do. I'll just drag this up here on top of the shot.
So you're saying that basically once they take that shot straight to the person that's on that preset, it's automatically going to put their lower third with their name on the
That's precisely what it's designed to do. And again, this is just moving around. This is a touchscreen operation, so you're going to be, for the most part, you're going to be just literally touching the buttons go to the shot, take the shot, dissolve to the shot, pull up the lower third, and have it go away, all with a touch of a button.
Excellent. Very cool. So we've got, let's see, what else do we have in here? I know you've got some other toys in here.
This is all the transitions and effects. You've got the typical things that are not used that often, but people like to have them for certain types of things. For your effects, we've got several different things. We've got picture-in-picture, and it brings up and it shows little representations here of what the positioning of them is. If you click it, you can see I pulled it up right here in the preview. So if I wanted to take that, I could pull that up like so.
Very cool.
So you know, these are all just things that are built into the system. In addition to the picture-in-picture, we have your chroma key, we have your double box. The double box is typically used for like news effects. You can see up here, there's the side-by-side. When I click that, and there's my side-by-side up here, and to take that, just go right to the screen with it, with whatever background that you want. So it's got all of the features basically that you would use in production, of it being fairly sophisticated, but you can make it just as simple as you want as well.
Well, I've got to say, I mean, I've seen a lot of production switchers, and some of them are just way over complicated. And we were just talking the other day when we did a test run with you, and we were talking about how I overthought the switcher and thought it was going to be complicated, and really it was so absolutely easy, and it's so slick. The quality of everything is so amazing. The way you control the PTZ cameras is awesome. The graphics are great. You guys really are really onto something here.
Well, you know, it's based on just doing it for so long. What drives our development is when I go out in the field and I watch people work, and I think, how can technology benefit what they're doing? So half of my brain is kind of a business and marketing guy, and the other half is a technology geek. And we've been doing this for 15 years, and we create these solutions that are designed to solve these problems for people, and make it simple and try to keep it affordable.
Excellent. Well, Rush, again, thank you so much for participating in another one of our videos.
Well, it's my pleasure. It's kind of fun to be the first, and I hope we get a chance to do a reprise sometime, Ryan. Exactly. I wish you the best of success.
All right, Rush. Say hi to everyone at RUSHWORKS, and we'll chat with you soon.
I'll do it. Thank you so much.